Alright, Shalom. I'm the brother Tasiyat coming back with another video. But before I start off, I would like to give all praises and the highest honor to the Most High Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Kakadash. I want to give double honor to my elder apostles and teachers of Great Millstone, and peace and salutation to the sincere Akiam across this world, who are spreading this knowledge and truth and sincerity. And shalom to the few sincere brothers and sisters out there who are also listening. And may the election be upon your households. God shalom. Okay, so as you can see, today I want to make a video about toss a coin if you can make a decision. And this is normal to do, because if you really think about it, your lot, your destiny, you don't know, if you're going to go to the right or to the left when you walk outside of your house, because the Most High is the one that directs our steps, okay? So really, our whole life is a gamble, you know? So sometimes you be like, okay, I need to make a decision, but a decision can be lethal for my health, or lethal for my finances, lethal for my relationship, whatever, man. So you don't know what the future is gonna be like in a few minutes or in a few hours, okay? So the decision that you're gonna make can have a big impact. So you might stress and be like, hey, what should I do, So one of the things that you can do, for example, is have a coin, just a small coin, like this, for example, and you just flip it in the air. You flip it, okay, you grab it, put it on your wrist, and then let's say head is, okay, I say yes to this deal, and tails, it says, is no, I say no to this deal. Then you look, it says, oh, head. So you say yes to this deal. Of work, for example, Uh, and the funny thing is, when you toss the coin and the coin is in the air, while the coin is in the air, oftentimes you already know what decision you're trying to make or what decision you want to make. Okay, let's say you wanted to make the decision of doing the deal. So when a coin is in the air, you'd be like, oh, I hope it's going to be head. That is already also enough reason for you to cast a coin in the first place, because that already shows you what choice you want to make. So that could make it a bit easier. Okay, and of course, man, sometimes I have it that I cast a coin and I toss it, but I still don't know what to do because I still doubt if it's the right choice. Like, you can keep on wondering if something is the right choice or not. So what is best to do, of course, is seek counsel and advice from brothers before you make a decision. Do nothing without advice, the scripture says. Okay, but sometimes you are in a situation that you cannot really ask advice or get advice right away, and you might have your phone with you, or a coin with you, and you be like, you know what, let me toss a coin. Okay. So what I do often, I have an app on my telephone, and it's called um, coin toss, and it has green and red. So when you press on it, it flips itself, and then it goes, for example, on green. You press again, it lands on green. You press again, it lands on red, for example. But it's a random. It's not like it's the whole time it's green, green, red, green, green, red, green, green, red, or red, green, red, green, red. No, it's just random, because I use it often. So oftentimes, I toss it a few times, and sometimes I toss it 9 times, because then I'd be like, okay, from the 9, okay, I divide it in 3 parts. So let's say the first 3 times I toss, they were all green. So that means green has 1 point. The second time I toss the 3 coins, it's 3 times red. So now it's 1-1. And then I'd be like, okay, this last time that I'm gonna toss, these last 3 times, is gonna decide on what I should do. Then I toss it, first time red, second time green, second time green. Now it's 2 versus 1. Green has 2 points, red is 1 point, and then I make my decision. That is usually how I do it. Sometimes I'll be like, okay, I want to make the decision quick. Let me just toss it one time. Red or green? What is it? I click. It lands on red. Okay, I don't do it, for example. So this is just something small to help you out because you might be struggling with a certain situation, not knowing what to do. Okay, and ultimately you can roll the dice or you can flip a coin what you want, but it's the Most High Yahweh Bashim Yashai who's going to decide what is going to happen because His will be done anyway. Okay, so you can also do a prayer and ask for guidance that the Most High might guide you to make the right decision. you know so you might make a decision and you be like, I shouldn't have done that. But if you prayed for it, even though you might think like, I shouldn't have done that, then you should be thinking like, nah, I prayed for it for the Most High to help me make the right decision. Even though I might feel right now like it's not the right decision, it still is the right decision. You don't know why you had to make the decision. Maybe you have to make this decision to fall on your face, to learn from that mistake and do better next time. That might be the reason why you had to make this decision. If you want to close a deal, for example, if you want to, I don't know, if you want to meet up with a certain woman, okay, and she's acting some type of way, you be like, hey, should I do something with her, or should I not? And then your flesh is like, okay, do it. You know, he has the Most High for guidance to be wise when you are around this female, and it turns out that you sleep with each other, and then all of a sudden she turns against you, starts acting all crazy. You'd be like, hey, why did I do this? You know, but the Most High maybe let you go through this for you to learn. So either way, it was still the decision that you had to make. It's still the right choice that you made, because the Most High wanted you to learn something from the situation. Or it could have been that you was like, you know what, this female, I see her, she looks nice, but I think when we do something one time, she's gonna cause a headache and whatnot. Let me just leave it. Also good, okay, because now you spared yourself some headache, and now you thinking that way already shows you that you have grown into a certain mindset that you can look further than just your lusts at that moment. And we are all in the flesh. We as men, we are in the flesh. Sometimes you might see a beautiful woman and you be like, hey man, shit man, you know you feel some type of way, but then you gotta be in your mind like it doesn't matter what emotion you feel or how beautiful she is. You gotta stick to your principles. Like if she doesn't respect you, if she tries to step over you, if she tries to assert dominance of you, then don't go into sea with her, or be in your mind like, okay, I see what you're doing. You see what you're doing, and you can just play along, so called, to get what you want out of the situation. And then basically you do your thing and you leave it. you know because if she doesn't want to continue with you, you know then you be like, okay, then we're done, right? But if you know that she's gonna stick with you, but she is trying to have dominance over you, trying to tell you what to do and what not, trying to control your whole life, uh, um, grabbing your phone out of your hand, looking through your phone and shit, what you're doing, that's disrespectful, man. Then that should be the last time that y'all link up. So whatever decision you make, it's still the decision that you had to make for you to learn something and to stay on the path of salvation if you pray for it. you know because you might doubt yourself like, oh, should I have done this? No, you prayed for it, you made a decision, own it, and keep on going, man. Don't go too much back and forth in your mind, otherwise you're gonna go crazy. Believe in Yahweh Bashem Yahshai that he helps us make the right decision. Okay, so Acts chapter 1 verse 23, to show you that our ancestors were also casting lots, because they didn't know what decision to make. It says, Acts chapter 1 verse 23, and this was when they was appointing a new apostle. It says, and they appointed two, Joseph, called Barsabas, who was surnamed Justus, and Matthias, and they prayed. You see, and they prayed and said, Thou, Lord, which knowest the hearts of all men, shew whither of these two thou hast chosen, that he may take part of his ministry and apostleship, of this ministry and apostleship, from which Judas by transgression fell, that he might go to his own place. And they gave forth their lots. You see, a lot. Like when you have a lottery ticket, a lot. Okay, and the lot fell upon Matthias, and he was numbered with the 11 apostles. So there was casting lots to see like who should be the next apostle, and they prayed to Yahweh Bashem Yashai. You know, that's what I said. Is the combination of prayer and casting a lot. So you can do that, man. So just wanted to speak on that. And Yahweh Ratasa, which means Lord willing. It was edifying. And with that, I want to give all praises and highest honor to the Most High Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Kakodash. I want to give double honor to my elder apostles and teachers of Great Millstone, and peace and salutation to the sincere Akim across this world, who was spreading this knowledge and truth and in sincerity, and shalom to the few sincere brothers and sisters out there who are also listening, and may the election be upon your households. God shalom.